It's Deportation, the movie. It could yet end in a constitutional crisis. This was the TV production by the El Salvadorian government as it jailed Venezuelan migrants deported from America. The story here is that more than 200 were put on a plane, but not in front of a judge. The Trump administration used a wartime law to remove them from the country without a judicial hearing.
It's an invasion, and these are criminals, many criminals, murderers, drug dealers at the highest level, drug lords, people from mental institutions. That's an invasion. They invaded our country. So this isn't, in that sense, this is war.
The Alien Enemies Act of 1798 has only been used 3 times before in the United States. Its use this time was in spite of a judge's order. In a Saturday night ruling, Judge James Boasberg ruled that deportation be stopped, even if it meant turning the planes around. The US government says the aircraft were already over international waters. Oopsie, too late, was the response from El Salvador's president. A friend of Trump's paid $6 million for his help. Looming constitutional crisis is the view of Trump opponents, concerned about his regard for the law.
We have very serious concerns that the government did not comply with a federal court order, and so we're going to have to see what the government says when the judge questions them, but there's a lot at stake here.
The deportees are said to be members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. They're seen here attacking apartment owners in Colorado. Their presence in the United States has become a problem.
You don't have to go home, but...
The White House didn't share the tone of concern at the removal. On social media, it put the deportation to music. Closing Time by Semisonic, although the band say they didn't give permission for the music to be used.
We are unafraid to message effectively what the president is doing on a daily basis to make our communities safer. And the specific video you referenced, I think it sums up our immigration policy pretty well. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Rasha Alawi is another deportation story hitting the headlines and theme of the day. The Rhode Island doctor was prevented from re-entering America and deported to Lebanon, despite a judge's order blocking her removal. Her plight played out on social media. The Department of Homeland Security said she'd attended the funeral of a Hezbollah leader. This was the response from the official White House account. It is a Trump stress test of the courts and for opponents who see deportations as a test case with far-reaching implications for the law. If he can break it here, they say, he can break it anywhere. James Matthews, Sky News in Washington.